Gary Sanchez at the plate. Ball one, no strikes. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The other way, and he beats the shift.
Here we go. We got one base. Yo, what up? What up?
That's in for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Fuck you.
A wind and a pitch.
I knew it was some bullshit coming. I knew it when he fucking lined me up with that last pitch. Fuck, nigga.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. That leaves him without a throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
Got another one.
And it's fouled away. The Yankees looking to rally. That one drilled left field.
Go.
That's back there. And that one is
Get out of here, you son of a gun. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. That was for you, baby, whoever watching out there. Whoever's watching right there. You go yard, baby. What? Went yard on him. All right, 8 plate appearances. Yeah, baby, whoever watched that one, you saw Daddy crack one of them out the fucking yard for you, baby. Yeah, you saw Daddy crack one of them things out the yard for you, baby. Yeah. Yeah. You saw Daddy crack one of them out the yard for you. Yeah, baby, you saw Danny crack one of them out the yard for you. He's good at. We got all this talent, man. Can I get rid of any of it? Probably not. Oh, 5K? Oh, hell yeah, I'm with that. Oh, hell yeah, I'm with that. Yeah. Score 1 run. Oh, hell yeah. We'll do that. We're playing basic ball. Basketball. Basketball. They should make that a game.
In half up to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And the 0-1.
Fuck you, bitch, boy.
Not a swing you want to watch again.
Bounce to the left side. Ramirez goes to second, safe there. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. You got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Dansby Swanson stands
bitch ass boy, you got me down there. Pause or whatever.
0-1 down. And a foul ball.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next one misses, and the count is 1-2.
Woo! That was fucking hella early. I should have drove that bitch out of here.
Lifted in the air, right field. Laureano trying to get there. Holds it in on the run. That's out number 2. Throw cut off to second. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Fuck.
And Happ up to hit. The Happ Daddy. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Laureano puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Now they've got him in a rundown. And they put the tag on him for the out.
That was a very dangerous, profitable, respected regime that was respected nationwide. People wouldn't think of it when they think of Mob. They think New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, they think Sprinkler Mass. But Sprinkler Mass had a very...
Go ahead run on base. And Happ up to hit.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th, so here's a new opportunity to hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he gets it wrong right there. Nasty slider, just terrific by the end.
A hella late.
Wrapped the foul. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second.
He's going to have a lot of notoriety that he killed the infamous Lenny Holder. But I think
in the air to left center. Quan heads after it. Makes the grab after a long run. 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps, and they practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play.
He's never going to see a medium. He's going to stay at penitentiary level. So, is he going to be treated like a hero once then? I don't think so.
Foul ball there.
I mean, he's going to be treated as good respect because of who he is, you know, but that's not really something that, you know, they look at that as like, there's guys,
And the righty deals. And that one is inside.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch. But it backed up and stayed inside.
To center. Straw has a beat on it. Squeezes it. And that is that.
And they're killing people. I mean, I don't know if you hear these stories or you don't, but if you do your little investigation with penitentiaries, people are getting butchered. And if they don't get butchered,
You have one to hit.
So they might be on not be able to walk the rest of us or all kinds of stuff.
And we did our episode with Seth Rockton. He did, what, 27 years, 25 years? He gives us a lot of
kind of non-violent, 25 on the non-violent.
Right. They just assumed he was good because the sentence was so stiff. But he said that you got to click up right away, either with the Italians or the
brings it in. Runner tags it second. Goes to third. In
Woo!
and now got runners in the corners with 2
Let's
outs.
go, baby!
Dansby Swanson stands in.
A solo guy, that just goes in. You don't ride with no cars, or you're riding with, let's say your Aries car, they call it that.
First offering misses the mark.
Join like the white supremacy Aryan type groups, or there's white guys that join black games, there's white guys that join the Bloods. They join, there's, I guess, another person, the Crips.
Out towards left center.
Latin teams that they got this.
Fuck you!
Another run.
We want them 5K. We want that 5K, baby.
They do that, and a big point about why you getting killed is you have to police your area. So if I'm from Mass, Freddie was hanging around with the Mass guys, you know, from Massachusetts, the Boston car was called because Boston is a bigger city. But it's, you know, it's Massachusetts guys. The Massachusetts guys would click with the New York guys.
One
Those guys
down.
would click
And
with their own
half
cars,
up to
but
hit.
they also, and they were dangerous sports. Boston like had a strong reputation in the federal system. The Boston car was like a serious car, a well-liked guy, and so when a guy comes in,
And first
say
offering
the guy
is
comes from
fouled off.
California, and it's a white
Dish
guy,
looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything with the any double play ball.
you know, confront him, but someone's going to confront him and find out who this guy is. They want to see paperwork. They want to know for a fact that you were an informant at one, even one, or even if, let me say that, in a penitentiary, if you sat down with the guy, it's proper, you're getting busted. Or you're getting
This one in the dirt.
The compound will be done, you're getting busted. You're getting hit in the penitentiary. So when Freddie comes in, Freddie being with the Boston car, and I know stories too.
Dansby Swanson stands in.
About situations that he's been in with prisoners that were with him that are out now that I'm in contact with, but Freddie being in the Boston car, he got him now, and they knew that Freddie, they knew that this guy came. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, it got leaked. It got leaked out.
No. It was the guy. I guess this guy was there. He was right across the.
Swing and a
That's
miss.
bullshit.
Show me again.
There's a pitcher.
No.
Gotta be hunting for that strikeout. Keep him off balance.
From
Send him back to the deck.
Massachusetts. He got
Him looking. Froze it with the heater at the knees.
And this is coming from his mouth. He was there. He saw them go in. He didn't say names, but he said they went in. They walked it. They knew why he was there the night before.
Yeah,
when the bus comes in, they get word that who was coming in. So right away, because the guards tell them, because they want to know where this guy's going to go. He's going to be a New York guy, a Boston guy, he's going to be a blood, a threat. They want to know. They want to try to keep peace there. So when he knew, this guy knew that why he was there the night before. He's from North Snap now.
Line, and that's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw.
Let's fucking go, baby.
It's a 7-6 game.
So he said that
5K me. 5K me, little nigga. Yeah.
And he said they did him filthy.
They got his eyes up.
Right. And then they threw him underneath, they tried to clean up the mess. They went and took showers. And then right after breakfast, this guy knew that why he killed him. Did you see that? You know
Sean McKinnon.
No. There was a Freddie in prison about situations that he'd been in with prisoners that were with him that are out now that I'm in contact with. But Freddie being in the Boston car, he's got him now, and they knew that they knew that this guy came. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, it got leaked. It got leaked out.
No. It was the guy. I guess this guy was there. He was right across the cell from when they went in and killed him. Did you see that? You know
Sean McKinnon.
No. There was a Spanish kid from Lawrence, Massachusetts. He's out now.
Okay.
He was directly across the cell from Whitey Bulger.
Up next for the
And this
A's.
is coming from his mouth. He was there. He saw them go in. He didn't say names, but he said they went in. They walked it. They knew Whitey was there the night before.
Yeah, it was it.
When the bus comes in.
That one laced to center and a base hit. That extends the inning.
Back crack fever, baby.
Because they want to know where this guy's going to go. He's going to be a New York guy, a Boston guy. He's going to be a blood, a threat. They want to know. They want to try to keep peace there. And when this guy knew that Whitey was there the night before. He's from North Snap. So he even said it. He said, "Oh, shit's going to pop up tomorrow with this guy." Because he knew Whitey and his staff, and he knew these Boston guys. They don't fuck around there if they got a serious
Swing and a
car.
miss.
So
It's 0-1.
You know, these A's, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. They've really been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of balls they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They're giving away too many at-bats.
Second pulls him up.
Boy, turn a double.
Tried to clean up the mess. They went and took showers. And then right after breakfast, they blocked everybody back in, and the cop comes and does the round. And that's when they
That's a
blocked
strike.
the joint down and
All
found
eyes on the
Whitey
double play
and
ball in this
Stein
spot.
and
No better way to get
that's
out of
coming
this
from a
inning.
guy directly that was there. But
Down
Freddie
to short.
being in the Boston car, they had
Goes
to
to second. Safe there.
Whew.
on Whitey.
Double what? Double these nuts in your mouth. Black.
Don't even come out of your
Two down.
Go back
And
and
now
tell her.
Mark McGuire.
your next man population, and gave them that option. But they didn't. They just took it to the extreme level,
We'll see how it
and they
factors
said,
in.
fuck
I just
him,
can't emphasize
and
how
went in
much
there
that
and murdered
insurance
him.
run of the top
Anthony,
of
do you
the
think the
ninth
government
means
set him up?
just such a
I mean,
big
why was he in the
difference
general
mentally
population
chasing
unit to
two
start
runs
with?
instead of
He
one.
came from
Straw has
protection
a
unit
beat
down
on
in
it.
Florida.
Yeah, well,
As good as
so,
he's seeing the ball
I
out
never
of the
believed
pitcher's
in
hand,
stuff
you
like
cannot
that.
hang a breaking
You know,
ball
like
right
Jeffrey
there.
Epstein got
Lucky
killed.
it
I
stayed in
never
the ballpark.
believed that, you know, he was murdered. I go, but now the way I've been seeing things transpire in the last, and I've been investigating, doing my own investigation, now I see, yes, it's very possible from what Whitey, and I have different
Now
takes
here
on what
is
Whitey did.
Mark McGuire.
Whitey
Outfield playing
corrupted
very deep,
law
not
enforcement.
wanting
He
anything over
corrupted
their
the
heads.
FBI, and he had more guys than the guys that got indicted. You know, a lot of guys died in the past, and he had guys that were still living. He had guys that are
This one in the air,
older,
right
retired,
field.
very powerful people.
Damn.
Squeeze on it, and that is that.
And there was a lot more than just Connolly and Moritz. And, there was a lot of Fitzgerald. There was a lot of organized crime state. There was a lot of federal FBI agents, and there was also a lot of politicians. Certain politicians. So, yeah, that's possible. I would say that. 50-50. And I wanted to do that thing. Because I will tell you why. Because the reason you were there, I don't know if God is not here.
Ooh, did a good decline today, baby.
You're saying white. You're saying white. You're saying white Eagles.
Why you going with that Coleman penitentiary?
Yeah, lazy bitch ran off, didn't even do that with her shit.
Serious, but it also houses people that might have cooperated in the past or had some dirt on them. So it's kind of like they send them to Coleman. And when he was there, he got into an argument with staff, with the nurse, threatened the nurse, said, I could have you killed. You know, the nurse was busting his balls. And he threatened her, and they took him out of it. Now, if he didn't threaten the nurse,
Slings the first.
he never did.
I need some more juice, baby. Juice me up some.
You say that they sent them there to get killed. What if he never threatened the nurse? Do you think they would have took him out of home and sent them there? No. They would have left him at home and he would have died there. So, that type of conspiracy, I don't think. I would think
But he went too far.
once you
It's
do
nothing
that,
at
now they have a chance. Now he opened the door. And they could have said, now let's
Swing
send
and a ground
him
ball up the
there.
middle. That's
But
a
here's the
base
other
hit.
thing. He could have said, they asked him when he came in, were you ever an informant? And he said no. So he could have very easily said, I don't want to go to population.
Yeah, but Anthony, isn't it the facility's job to know who they have coming into their
Hey, you're Whitey Bulger, yeah. No, I'm not a snitch. Yeah, all right.
There were very few more infamous.
Fuck you, bitch ass guy. That's
There's a whole movie, Black Mass.
He swerves through it. Not a swing.
Yeah, the father wasn't that though about that. Like, I mean, it was similar.
That was Lucas Scarecrow.
Pop, drop.
Here, shallow left
Woo,
field.
what the fuck?
When you go in there, no, this is true. I mean,
Damn.
you ever hear the story back and re-release the guy by accident, you know, and mistake, and the guy got let out? I mean, they do make mistakes. When you go in there, if you sit in front of when you get there, yes, I know the bigwigs and everybody should know it, and they say, why are you sending them there? But if the guy threatened the nurse and he's not in the witness protection program, where you going to send him? He's going to a higher level.
Drops into the
You know,
glove.
yeah, they do fuck up by doing that. But they do ask you those questions like, are you okay to go to population? And if you say no, they put it down. They don't care. They don't care if you get killed or you know. And a lot of people,
but that goes
they
foul.
say the staff when he came in West Virginia, they probably don't know who he is. I'm talking intake. Like you see this old guy coming in, they probably don't know.
Ah, damn.
Every team has a
So, and obviously they're doing the job. Your job is intake. Were you an informant? No. Okay. You have any problem putting the enemies? No. Okay. Go on.
This
Go
lineup
ahead.
seems way too anxious, aggressive.
Now somebody still should have been, you know, like in other
Out
words,
number 3.
okay, here's my point. They would have probably caught it, but they caught it too late. Like the next day, when they found out, are you kidding me? Why are you both using population? Close the thing down, lock everybody down. They would have moved them out. But I think, it just happened so fast they didn't have that chance.
there's a lot of guys, like you pointed out, there's a lot of guys from New England that are housed in that Hazleton facility in West Virginia. So it's kind of known as a place where Boston runs the yard or runs part of the yard. So it also kind of makes people scratch their heads that out of all the prisons transferring to and putting into the Gen unit,
Ramirez sends it to first.
why would you send in an area or a facility that had a lot of guys from Boston that we know where?
Boston has a deep cargo everywhere. There's not a federal prison, I think, that there exists that there is in the Boston cargo.
Swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
No, I was going to say, explain to people the difference between the group that you were with in Springfield, Massachusetts, which was a wing of the Genovese crime family, one of the 5 New York mafia families, and then the traditional organized crime group in New England, which is the patriarchal crime family.
Fuck you, bitch. Well, Quantrill.
Anthony was
How the fucking name is that?
Like we said, a very young age.
It's a faction of the Genovese family down there. Same thing, when this happened in the early 1900s, instead of, later on, so that's why the Genovese family was a dominant force for a long time here. And it was just a win-loss, like you said, but it's all the same. We're all connected. There's no difference from a made guy. There's made guys that were in this area that were just as notorious, probably murdered more people than the mafia bosses in New York, but you don't hear about them because they never get the press like New York mobsters get.
Just for people to know, the Springfield crew is no Mickey Mouse crew. I mean, this is, maybe even today we can discuss where they are today, but when from the early 20th century to when Anthony ended up going to prison in 2009, that was a very dangerous, profitable, respected group of regime that was respected nationwide. People wouldn't think of it when they think mob. They think New York, Chicago, Philadelphia. They don't think Springfield, Mass. But Springfield, Mass had a very formidable group.
Yeah, if you call, I don't know how you start like on Mickey Mouse, like if you shed light on Springfield, you're shedding light on New York. They're one and the same. A Genovese family member that's it. He gets respect no matter where he goes. So there's no difference than a made guy in Springfield. People might think that, but they're all the same. They're one and the same. Yeah, New York, the 5 games, they have so many more soldiers and associates because they have so many more people in New York City per capita. Amongst the people that we have here, there's an article that was written that said we have more per capita. And we were working that way on the show with people back in 2006 in the Boston Herald in January, and she wrote that Springfield per capita has more made guys and associates than any stronghold in the country, including the Bronx and Brooklyn. And that's how good she wrote that. So, I mean,
nigga.
Connecticut, another family patriarchal. when they got arrested in the 90s, there was like 20 made guys that got arrested. And so when you combine the patriarchals, you know, it's the same thing as the Columbus, you got the Genovese, you got the Indians, well, it's the same thing here. You got the patriarchals, you got the Genovese. So just because they're a different family, we're still all made down. And our president...
Ooh, made my knees buckle.
So we treat each other respectfully, and we all get treated like kings. We all daily on the red carpet.
Bitch made my knees buckle.
In our area, we get treated like royalty. You know, especially the old timers, but even with me, when I was running
The curve made my knees buckle.
So there's no, it's all one and the same.
It's right center. That's well struck. Strong going back. Back some more. Makes the catch up against the wall.
10 million people there. All right, so you cut that in, you got 10 times less, and then, but it's still per capita the same here. And then when you and if you had to tell me what I want to be in New York, I got made in New York, but if I want to be in a crew in New York or a crew here, I'd take this. Take this over our team any hope. I wouldn't want to go to New York because now you've got so much competition. Here we have it all.
Next offering is down low.
And you guys would also work with non-Italians, right? I mean, obviously they wouldn't be made guys, but like someone like Freddie, I don't believe he's Italian.
He's Greek.
And so, how would like Italian guys like you meet the non-Italians? Just from being on the streets, or met each other in prison, or how does that work?
Right. Well, that's always
Pitchers out there, you can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to
different cities, Chicago, New York, everything. Always get business. They did business with the Jews. They did business with black gangsters. Money business-wise. But a lot of them.
That one ripped left field.
Go, please, get out of here.
A lot of the dangerous guys.
Thank you, baby.
With the mob.
Woo!
Like those guys.
I believe.
They were.
I believe.
But they just never were formally inducted into.
How fuck is Deion Sanders
when you're on that
advocating Christianity was just I believe?
They're gonna get treated.
I believe your line is trash. I believe you can't coach that well.
The other ethnic groups that we bring in.
He's a literally single black mom just saying that he's just pushing out there.
I dealt with a lot of Jamaicans.
I believe.
I had great friendships with them. I was huge in the marijuana business.
Nigga, he is one of them colors that don't care about nobody, but he has a group of people he care about.
Because of the drug issue. We also interact with
Pack duos.
Because there was a big number of them. We interact with black gangsters, and here you call them black gangsters. They didn't really have a name for who they were, but they were black gangsters. We had the black number business, and we had a Spanish number business. When I took over, I combined them both. But so you're always, listen, money knows the Florida, and they start.
Yeah, if you try to get that crack off, trying to get the drugs off, you need the black community to get them drugs. You need the black community to dump your drugs into. So shit.
The faction of the Genovese family down there. Same thing. Well, this happened in the early 1900s instead of later on. So that's why the Genovese family was a dominant force for a long time here, and it was just a wing off there, like you said, but it's all the same. We're all connected. There's no difference from a made guy. There's made guys that were in this area that just as notorious, probably murdered more people than the mafia bosses in New York, but you don't hear about them because they never get the press like New York mobsters get.
It's just for people to know, the Springfield crew was no Mickey Mouse crew. I mean, this is, maybe even today we can discuss where they are today, but when from the early 20th century to when Anthony ended up going to prison in
than the mafia bosses in New York, but you don't hear about them because they never get the press like New York mobsters get.
It's just for people to know, the Springfield crew was no Mickey Mouse crew. I mean, this is, maybe even today we can discuss where they are today, but when from the early 20th century.
How the fuck are these the only stadiums available?
Anthony ended up going to prison in 2009. That was a very dangerous, profitable, respected group of a regime that was respected nationwide. People wouldn't think of it when they think mob. They think New York, Chicago, Philadelphia. They don't think Springfield, Mass. But Springfield, Mass had a very formidable group.
Yeah, if you call, I don't know how you start like a Mickey Mouse song, like if you shed light on Springfield, you're shedding light on New York. They're one and the same. A Genovese family member that's it. He gets the respect no matter where he goes. So there's no difference than a made guy in Springfield. I mean, people might think that, but they're all the same. They're one and the same. Yeah, New York is the five families. They have so many more soldiers and associates because they have so many more people in New York City per capita amongst the people that we have here. Well, there was an article that was written that said we have more per capita, and you can do the work on that where Michelle McPhee wrote that in 2006 in the Boston Herald. She in January, and she wrote that Springfield per capita has more made guys and associates than any stronghold in the country, including the Bronx and Brooklyn. And that's public. She wrote that. So, I mean, we had that Springfield per capita has more made guys and associates than any stronghold in the country, including the Bronx and Brooklyn. And that's public. She wrote that. So, I mean, we had so many, through Connecticut. Don't forget, you got another family, patriarchals. When they got arrested in the 90s, there was like 20 of them, made guys that got arrested. And so when you combine the patriarchals, it's the same thing if you go to New York. You got the Columbus, you got the Genovese, you got the Gavias, well, it's the same thing here. You got the
I can't believe nobody's selling any parts, man.
So just because they're a different family, we're still all made guys and our presence. And we get along with the patriarchs, so we treat each other respectfully. And we all get treated like kings. They lay down the red carpet for us. Especially, in our areas, we get treated like royalty. Especially the old timers, but even with me, when I was running around, you get treated like a king. So it's all one and the same. It's just New York, big Empire State Building, big cities, five families, I don't know how many people, millions of people, 10 million people there. All right, so you cut that and you got 10 times less, and then, but it's still per capita the same here. And then and if you had to tell me would I want to be made in New York, or which I got made in New York, but if I want to be in a crew in New York or a crew here, I take this or in a heartbeat. But I wouldn't want to go in
Swings through that one. 0-1.
These fans, they are ready to cheer about something.
Higashioka leads off second with nobody out. Going to count 1-2. That's ripped into the outfield. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In comes the run from second. We're tied at 1.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big...
And stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter.
For the Yankees, the shortstop,
And the pitch.
Jeter.
On the ground. Fair ball. And it bangs up against the wall.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Off the bat, that one read.
Well, Singy, Derek Jeter turned out to be a pretty good first-round pick by the Yankees in 1992. 6th overall. Remember, he struggled defensively in the minors, but debuted in 1995, helped lead the Yankees to a world championship in 1996. And there's one down. That one fouled off. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. And that one ripped to left. Baду pulls it down. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around.
And now the shortstop,
The
Derek
batter,
Jeter.
number 2, shortstop, Derek Jeter.
That to right. And that'll do it.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter.
For the Yankees, the shortstop, Derek
And he deals.
Jeter.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch.
Yeah, we pulling up, kicking in the front door. Yeah, say you about that action, we know that's a front.
And that one in the air, center field. Vierling under it. And there's 2 down.
How you approach life with open arms, lessons learned, open palms to tell the future close enough to keep me out of harm's bluff, but can't seem to save a single thing.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's got a chance. It bangs off the wall. Relay throw to second, and he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
I got my blessing to get the blessing for the brethren.
And a pitch. That's inside. Chris, you can't forget that 3,000th hit for Derek Jeter at Yankee Stadium off of David Price and a home run. Next offering is in for a strike.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper. Up the middle, and it gets by him.
Oh yeah, baby, that's 3 of them things, baby. 3 of them things. Yeah.
95, they kept him in the hole for 4 years because he really hurt the guard body. The guard had to retire after a beating he gave him. So I never seen him again on the street. I mean, we used to talk. Well, you know, they give him phone calls once in a while.
Oh yeah, that was 3 of them things, baby.
On the streets. I think it was in 90, end of 95, 96.
And then you met Freddie. You met Freddie through him in 95, 96.
Yeah. So I met Freddie. Freddie used to come and visit things. You know, Ty's family used to come up and visit him, and my family used to come up, and on visits, we'd all be together. And that's how I met Freddie. That's, you know, and Freddie wasn't a criminal. I mean, Freddie did, like, dumb criminal stuff, like credit card stuff, and, you know, at his uncle's jewelry store, he would take the credit card numbers and you know, do them type of scams. He had nothing to do with street crimes. And even his whole life, Freddie wasn't nothing to do with organized crime type crimes. He wasn't, nothing to do with that. Growing up the whole time. I mean, Freddie was more of a hijacked trucks. He was down for that. Robbing people, he was down for that. You know, robbing drug dealers, he was down for that.
Bitch.
But he didn't have nothing going on with the street crimes. You know, until later on when he was around me, I put him with stuff like that. But Freddie I met in prison, and the stories that we had in prison, I mean, it was like you would have thought that we were in the best place in the world. I mean, we just had so he heard all these stories, and you know, he liked them.
And he swings and lifts one in
So when I got out, I picked up with Freddie, and me and him started hanging around. Little by little, we started, you know, I did so many things with him, like I said, rock spots, and he sold some cocaine.
Let me stop you 1 second. Did you have to put him on record with Al Bruno as someone that you were vouching for?
Absolutely not. In my life, I never put not one person on record in the mafia ever. Never. I never have done it. Never.
So did
put me on record, but I never put anybody on record.
But were the higher up, you know, shot callers in the Springfield mob regime in the mid '90s? Were they taking notice? I mean, obviously they were taking notice of you. Or were they taking notice of Freddie and Ty?
No, because Freddie and Ty were nothing. They were just, I mean, they weren't, it's like, listen, Freddie and Ty were my friends.
Right.
And I did stuff with them. They were low. Well, first of all, Ty was in jail till 96, let's say, right? And so there's nothing there. And then Freddie, you know, he worked at Freddie worked at a legitimate job for his uncle. He had a wife, he had a kid, and his wife never wanted him with me. Freddie never went out. I was out every night. Freddie stayed home with his wife, you know.
Yeah, you're just dumping everything in that dumpster. And you're putting all those...
When I got up, he was looking for his uncle, and before that, he was a prison guard in our area. So it's not like he was a criminal. He was the furthest thing from a criminal. I mean, he wasn't the furthest thing from a criminal. He was the furthest thing from an organized crime criminal, like what we were doing. So, you know, he was just a ballsy kid that was, you know, a ballsy kid. You know, when I say ballsy, we are the same. We're all crazy. There's a lot of crazy kids, but we're like something wrong with us crazy. So he was like that. And he never did anything. You know, like I said, we hijacked trucks. Freddie was good at getting cocaine. And say he got a kilo of coke. Freddie would make 5 kilos of coke. I mean, that's how we would rob people. We'd give people like mostly garbage, and you know, we charge them a kilo price. So we did that. If there was something with a fight, he was right there. Like if I was out somewhere and there was anything with a fight, yes, he was right there. He was violent, but I mean, he never shot anybody, never killed anybody, never did any of that. And then he ended up getting in trouble himself in 1995, I think. It was around 96. He got in trouble robbing a truck with computers, and he got indicted for that. So he went to prison. So there was no presence of Freddie in the underworld or amongst organized crime criminals. Now you got to figure, Ty went to jail till 96. and he got out. So he's irrelevant. Freddie was legitimate, you know, like I said, had a kid, then he had another kid, and his wife used to was all over.
Drop! Drop it like it's hot. 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 Drop it like it's hot.
Ty gets out of jail in '96. He starts getting involved with the marijuana. He lasted, I think, a year on the streets. Boom. He was getting marijuana from Arizona. And then he was getting chips, so one day the dogs smelled or whatever, they went, you know, they set up a sting, and when the marijuana went to his house, they arrested him. He got 4 years for that. So Ty is irrelevant, totally, nothing to do with organized crime, because he was in jail till '96, he got out till '97, he went back in jail for 4 more years and didn't get out till 2001. So I'm leading up to 2001, that's when they started becoming relevant. So then Freddie goes to jail in like '96. He goes to jail for 4 years. He doesn't come out until 2001. So in the underworld, in the organized crime circle, they're not even like fucking a name that's even mentioned besides being friends with me and being in my crew. You know, like the guys that I hung around with, they know who Freddie and Ty is, my circle of guys. But other than that, you know, they don't know much about it. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
But at a certain point, him and, you know, as tensions are rising between New York and Al Bruno, who had taken over from Frankie Skyball and was a bit of a polarizing figure, and you're kind of on one side of the fence, and even though Al Bruno was kind of a mentor of yours, there are some issues there as the 2000s come, and at some point, and I want you to expand on this, at some point, Bruno gets into a physical altercation with Freddie.
No.
No?
Ty, but with Ty.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2001, Freddie gets out of prison first, and he starts coming around me, but doing nothing at first. His brother gets him. What got the ball rolling with Freddie? Freddie was a laid back dude. You know, he had a certain amount of money. He wasn't like, he was okay with it. He didn't, you know, like, he didn't have that, I don't know if it was greed, but he didn't have that mindset to say, I want to make $1 million a year mindset. He was just, if you gave him some crumbs, he was happy with it, and he was just, you know, he was a ball buster, he was okay with it. Now come Ty. Ty was in jail his whole life, since he's been 17 years old. So he comes out of jail in 2001. He was in jail since '89, except for 1 year. And he beat up another guard when he was doing the 4 years from '97 to '01. So now he did like 7 years in the hole. That does a lot to your mindset, and he's a paranoid schizophrenic to begin with. So imagine sitting in a fucking hole for like 7 years. I mean, you know what I mean? So he comes out, and I used to have dinners at my house every Saturday night. I used to have him over. I used to have his father over. I used to have like 15, 20 guys at my house Saturday night. So when they got out of jail, they would come over my house Saturday.
They were like, it's dang time. He'd be with the kids like, oh, sorry, man, I gotta go. It's dang time.
He was just, his whole thing was, he felt they were owed something. Him especially. That these guys that were out here, not me, because I was their friend, but and they knew me. We done things together that proved to each other that we would take someone's life if we had to. So, but he said he knew these other guys.
That's like a drug. You hang out with the kids 30 minutes to an hour every few days. That's like getting high.
Did some serious, dangerous things. Lived a life that was pretty horrible.
Safe. Check.
Now these guys are out, never did a day in jail, making all this money, and they get treated with respect. So Ty came out with like that, I'm going to rob these over guys. And he did. He started robbing them for major amounts of marijuana, small amounts of marijuana, cocaine, whatever he could rob them for, he did. And he made punks out of them. He made punk out of the kids Giuseppe Manzi. He made a punk out of them. And he robbed his cousin for $100,000. So he was making punks out of guys that thought they were gangsters. And I had nothing to do with this. And that's a lot of shit that was going on because, people want to say, like, because they were my friends that I was putting up with or I was getting a piece. No, these guys came out of jail. Ty did. Freddie was more like laid back. Hungry. They were broke. They had no money. So they were robbing everybody. I didn't care what they were doing. Go ahead, rob them. So robbing your mind, guys, and I'm sorry, and don't cause any problems for me. But go ahead.
Nigga.
You got a guy that's selling
crack that bitch.
And I would never
crack that bitch.
Think about this. I'm a millionaire already.
Perfect hit.
Am I going to take a piece?
Get it out of here.
Money, the kids are coming out of jail.
Yeah, baby.
You think I'm going to say give me 10 or give me 5 or give me half? No. But I'll tell you, they gave rural 5,000 out of it. Okay, so that's how they keep
that crack fever, baby.
No.
Yeah.
No, I just gave it a
big roachin'. We gonna save this one, baby. Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah, no, nothing.
So when does Al put his hands on Ty?
So what happens now is Ty gets out and Ty starts dating this girl and he disappears. He's living the family life. He's into construction and he's got nothing to do with me or the mob or anybody. His brother, I mean, he's dating this girl. It happened to be one of the girl that I used to date, but he started dating her because I had nothing to do with her anymore. And they clicked up and they were starting to date and they were, together. So